Microsoft just dropped a bombshell, and if you're a DevOps or SRE engineer, this is definitely going to catch your attention. They've announced something called the Azure SRE Agent, and it looks like an AI-powered system that can diagnose incidents, suggest fixes, and even automate recovery. So the obvious question is, did Microsoft just nuke all SRE and DevOps jobs? Let's break it down what this Azure SRE Agent really is, how it works, and what it actually means for your career in reliability engineering or DevOps. So what exactly is the Azure SRE Agent? It's basically an AI reliability assistant that lives inside Azure. Think of it as Copilot, but instead of helping you write code, this one helps you operate production systems. It's designed to detect incidents, run diagnostics, correlate metrics and logs, and even propose mitigations, all automatically. You can literally ask it things like, what changed in production in the last 24 hours? Or what resources are unhealthy? And it will go fetch that information, correlate it, and explain what's likely going wrong. You can even tell it to take action, like trigger a rollback, scale up replicas, or open a service or GitHub issue, depending on how you configure it. Microsoft says it can work in human-in-the-loop mode, where it waits for approval before acting, or even autonomous mode, where it goes ahead and executes predefined workflows within guardrails. And of course, it integrates with everything: Azure Monitor, PagerDuty, ServiceNow, and Azure DevOps. In short, this thing is like your own mini on-call assistant that's always watching, diagnosing, and suggesting solutions. Now, what can it actually do? It's capable of incident automation. So instead of manually jumping between dashboards and alerts, the agent can aggregate everything and run a defined playbook automatically. You can even customize how it handles incidents, define your own runbooks, decide what gets automated, and keep humans in control for sensitive operations. It performs explainable root cause analysis, which means that it doesn't just say something went wrong. It shows you why by correlating logs, metrics, and recent code changes. It can even open pull requests or issues with the suspected root cause, attach the relevant logs, and link the fix back to the deployment pipeline. And you can interact with it through natural language. Just type a question in plain English, and it gives you the answer with context and the next steps. So instead of spending 20 minutes digging through Grafana dashboards, logs, and alerts, this SRE agent just summarizes what's going on and even suggests mitigations. But here's where a lot of people get wrong. No, it's not replacing SREs or DevOps engineers. Let me say that again, it's not replacing us. It's a tool to help us become more efficient, not redundant. You still need someone who understands business impact, the priorities, dependencies, and risk trade-offs. An AI agent like this can propose rolling back a deployment, but only you know if that rollback can cause customer downtime or data loss. It doesn't understand context, architecture decisions, or compliance implications. So this isn't about replacement. It's about augmentation. Think of it like how Copilot helps developers write code faster. It doesn't replace them. Azure SRE Agent is the same idea, just for operations. It's here to automate the repetitive stuff like correlation, diagnostics, and alert triage, so you can focus on the higher level engineering problems. Now let's talk about what that means for your career. If anything, this kind of technology actually increases your value if you know how to use it. So future SREs won't just troubleshoot incidents. They'll design and govern systems like this. You need to understand how to define runbooks, how to set automation boundaries, and write the prompts or logic that these agents use to operate safely. It's not about doing less SRE work. It's about moving up the stack, where your expertise shapes how automation behaves. So the smart move isn't to fear these tools, it's to learn how to leverage them. If you understand observability, automation, and AI-assisted workflows, you'll be the one in control, not the one being replaced. Now imagine this for a second. You're on call, it's 3 a.m., and you get paged for 500 errors in production. Instead of logging in, scrolling through dashboards, and checking deployment manually, you ask Azure SRE Agent, hey, what's causing 500 errors in my Azure app? And it comes back with, your last deployment 10 minutes ago introduced a misconfigured environment variable. Error rate spiked 85%. Rollback recommended. You click approve and it rolls back. That's the kind of world this tool is building. Not one where you're fired, but one where your expertise scales through automation. That's exciting, it's not scary. Of course, it's still in preview mode, meaning Microsoft is testing and collecting feedback, and you will need proper Azure permissions for it to work across your environment. It's also important for you to set strong guardrails because this thing can touch logs, metrics, and even make changes. So data privacy, governance, and security need to be on top of your mind if your team starts experimenting with it. But overall, this is a massive step forward in how reliability engineering will look like in the next few years. Azure SRE Agent isn't the death of SRE jobs. It's actually the beginning of a new phase where AI becomes part of the reliability toolchain. If you're serious about landing SRE and DevOps interviews, I'm giving away my free SRE resume template, the exact one that helped me land multiple high-paying SRE job offers in this competitive job market. You can grab it right now in the link in the description. And if you want hands-on project experience, like building real-world CI/CD pipelines, production-grade observability, GitOps workflows, and cloud automation, I added free preview lessons for my DevOps SRE course, so you can see exactly how I teach and what you build. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe for the most practical, up-to-date insights in site reliability engineering, DevOps, and cloud automation so you stay ahead of the curve. See you in the next video.